Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. जय श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोकीं भक्तिं भवदीर्नैष्ठिकी। Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 12. Raghugana converses with Jadaparada. You are coming on the line sequence or 11th is on order? Okay, 11th I will take. No. Slokam 11th. Canto 5, Chapter 12, Text 11. ज्ञानं विशुद्धं परमार्थम् एकम्। ज्ञानं विशुद्धं परमार्थम् एकम्। अनन्तरं तु अबहिर्ब्रह्म सत्यम्। अनन्तरं तु अबहिर्ब्रह्म सत्यम्। प्रत्यक् प्रशान्तं भगवत् सप्तसंज्ञां प्रत्यक् प्रशान्तं भगवत् सप्तसंज्ञां यत् वासुदेवं कवयो वदन्ति। यत् वासुदेवं कवयो वदन्ति। ज्ञानं विशुद्धं परमार्थम् एकम्। अनन्तरं तु अबहिर्ब्रह्म सत्यम्। प्रत्यक् प्रशान्तं भगवत् सप्तसंज्ञम् यत् वासुदेवं कवयो वदन्ति। तं परमार्थमेकम्। प्रत्यक् प्रशान्तं भगवत् शब्दसंज्ञम् यत् वासुदेवं कवयो वदन्ति। ज्ञानं विशुद्धं परमार्थमेकम्। अनन्तरं तु अबहिर्ब्रह्म सत्यम्। प्रत्यक् प्रशान्तं भगवत् सप्तसंज्ञम् यत् वासुदेवं कवयो वदन्ति। Jnanam, the supreme knowledge, Visuddham, without contamination, Paramartham, giving the ultimate goal of life, Ekam, unified, Anandaram, without inferior, unbroken, Tu, also Abhahi, without exterior, Brahma, the Supreme, Satyam, absolute truth, Pratyak, inner, Prashantam, the calm and peaceful Supreme Lord, worshipped by the yogis, Bhagavat Sapta Shagnam, known in the higher sense as Bhagavan, are full of opulences, yet that Vasudevam, Lord Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, Kavaya, the learned scholars, Vadanti, say. You can tell in Oriya, read it. Others will understand, no? No, this is translation purport.
भागवतम 1:2 प्रारंभ श्रीमद भागवतम कहती सत्यम परम धीमहि आमे माने परम सत्य को ध्यान करू से परम सत्य को ठारे ज्ञानम शुद्धम सत्यम बोली व्याख्या कर जाए। अद्वैत ब्रह्म भौतिक दोष शून्य अटंती एवं भौतिक गुणावली बहु ऊर्ध्वे अवस्थित ये समस्त पारमार्थिक सफलता और भौतिक जगत को मुक्ति प्रदान करती। परम अद्वैत ब्रह्म होती कृष्ण वासुदेव। कृष्णकर अंतरात्मा और बाह्य शरीर मध्य कौन सी तफात ना। कृष्ण होती संपूर्ण परिपूर्ण आमर शरीर और आत्मा मध्य जपरी पार्थक्य अच्छी कृष्णकर सेपरी ना। बेले बेले केतक तथाकथित पंडित कृष्णकर स्वरूप स्थिति कथा न जाणी कहती जे भितर कृष्ण बाहर कृष्ण ठार भिन्न एपरी कथा कही से लोक मानक भ्रम धारणा दिखती। जितेबाला कृष्ण कहती वर्णना भव मद भक्त मध्यादि नाम नमस्कुरु सेतेबेले तथाकथित पंडितगण पाठक को उपदेश कृष्ण जे बाहर देखा जाउछन्ति तांकर ठारे आमे प्रपन्न हेबा ना किंतु भितरे थिबा कृष्ण ठारे प्रपन्न होबा तथाकथित पंडित मायावादीगण ज्ञानहीनता हेतु कृष्ण को बुझी पारती ना सेथिपाई कृष्ण को बुझाको हेले व्यक्तिको एक प्रामाणिक आचार्यଙ୍କ ପାଖକୁ ଯିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ प्रामाणिक आचार्य ବା गुरु प्रकृत पक्षी कृष्ण को दर्शन କରିଛନ୍ତି ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସେ କୃଷ୍ଣଙ୍କ ସମ୍ବନ୍ଧରେ ଭଲ ଭାବରେ କହିପାରିବେ तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिपश्येन सेवया उपदेशन्ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनां तत्त्वदर्शिनः भगवद्गीता 4:34 एक प्रामाणिक गुरुଙ୍କ ପାଖକୁ ନ ଗଲେ କେହି କେବେ ହେଲେ କୃଷ୍ଣଙ୍କୁ ବୁଝିପାରିବେ ନାହିଁ।
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपक्षाय बोले समदे भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. First of all, I thank all the devotees from Angul to have their association and also have a nice time with all of you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Today's sloka is very important sloka. And this sloka is the basic one everybody has to understand. Yat Vasudevam Kavayo Vadanti. Kavayo means scholars, spiritual scholars. Vadanti means they are telling. What they are telling? Yat Vasudevam. Who is that Vasudevam? We should know who is Vasudeva, Krishna. Unless we know Krishna, then how can we worship Krishna, service Krishna and everything? That's why all can understand some translation, better give some translation. Otherwise many may not understand work. Therefore, we should know who is Vasudeva. And this sloka, when I was reading the slokam itself, Prabhupada explains very clearly in the purport of the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 2, I think, Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Under that, he is explaining who is Bhagavan. Same thing here also. The first realization of that knowledge is Brahman. When somebody tries to approach the Lord, tries to understand who is Vasudeva, they may end up in Brahman. What is Brahman? Brahmajyoti. What is Brahmajyoti? Body effulgence of the Lord Krishna. Sometimes Prabhupada tells the effulgence of the Vaikuntha Lokas. Therefore, somebody lands up with the Brahmajyoti, that is the ultimate. Seeing the so bright, very opulent and very blissful Lord's body effulgence or Vaikuntha Lokas effulgence, they decide that is the ultimate Bhagavan. They got stuck up in Brahmajyoti. Brahman or Brahmajyoti. Then somebody further, the sloka tells, then Paramatma, the super soul, is realized by the yogis who tries to see him without grievance. Next stage, somebody goes beyond the Brahmajyoti and lands up in Paramatma, future. What is Paramatma? The individual soul sitting in every jivas, every body. What are the other names for Paramatma? Saitya Guru. Who is instructing sitting inside every body? Saitya Guru. Another is Shirodakashai. Shirodakashai Vishnu. That Vishnu form comes and stays in every body is called Shirodakashai. If you see the creation, Lord is taking Yoga Nitra and the things. In his breathing, all worlds are coming out, and in sin breath, all the worlds, Prabhanja, everything goes inside. When it is coming out, every Karnakata Vishnu is, that is the Vishnu. When it breathes out, lot of Prabhanjas comes, and in each Prabhanja, who is going sitting there? Karbhodakasai Vishnu. That is why they are moving, not that they are Jada. Karbhodakasai is sitting inside and moving it. And after that, when Brahma starts creating every individual body, then who is going sitting in individual bodies? Shirodakashai, Paramatma. That's why the body is acting. Yantrarani Mayaya. Like an engine, motor car driven by the driver, his body is driven by these two souls. Therefore, this is a future how Paramatma comes and sits in the body. That is called Shirodakashai Vishnu, is called Saitya Guru, because it is a constant companion accompanying the soul. It always tells, guide the individual soul. That Paramatma guides the Jivatma. Like Svedaswara Upanishad tells, two example, two birds on a tree. Like the body is tree, and Paramatma is one bird, and Jivatma is another bird. Paramatma is unconditioned, Jivatma is conditioned. Conditioned bird eats sometimes fruit, sometimes the kachavan. And the fruits one eats smiles, when eats kachavan cries. But Paramatma is independent of things, observing things. Hey, don't struggle with that command. But this Paramatma does. Jivatma doesn't listen. But when starts listening, then Paramatma always guides Paramatma, but Jivatma doesn't listen. This is a Paramatma role. Therefore, the yogis, they come to the next stage of Paramatma. Who gets in the Brahman future? Mayavadis are yogis. They are Dhyana, that because they are only on a mental level. Therefore, they land up only in Brahmajyoti. These yogis, they are better level. Therefore, they come to Paramatma level. But it is not ultimate. Still, Paramatma future is not ultimate. Because Paramatma future is only limited. Bhagavan's infinite expanded energy comes in different forms, and every soul is sitting as a Paramatma future, that is called expanded future. Then ultimately what is the sloka is very nicely explained, not even purport, it's a translation. This is the second stage of realization. Which is the second stage of realization? Paramatma future. Finally, full realization of the same supreme knowledge is realized in the Supreme Person. What is the final? Supreme Person. All land scholars describe that Supreme Person, as Vasudeva, the cause of Brahman, Paramatma and others. He is a source for Brahmajyoti, he is a source for Paramatma. Who is that Supreme Person? Kavayo Vadanti, all learned scholars says, what they say is, Yat Vasudevam, that is Vasudeva Krishna. Very nice sloka. That purport, what in the chapter 2, text 2, Krishna Bhagavad Gita tells the same thing. Therefore, now we need not to go through as devotees, we need not to go through all the steps of Brahmajodi, Paramatma and Bhagavan. We start directly worshipping Bhagavan Krishna, Vasudeva Krishna. That is the ultimate of our relationship. Here the question starts. Then, what is the ultimate truth? The translation comes like that. First sentence is, then what is the ultimate truth? We should know what is now. This is a very common question here. I don't know. Orissa has a lot of devotees. They don't have much questions. You go south, they ask a lot of questions. Who is God? What is this God? And all those things. They have thousands of doubts, thousands of things. Because there is Maya was also very powerful. Because Adi Sangra. Adi Sangracharya, yes, spread that Mayavada knowledge. Therefore, it's a very tough. They don't know who is God. And also, very sensitive, 33 crores of demigods are there. They are also another confusion. They don't understand who are demigods. They think demigods are the ultimate God. Therefore, many land up with the demigods, many land up with that, I don't know, family deity will be there. Every family, Kuladeva, they tell. That Kuladeva, most of them, it is forefathers or ghost. 80 to 90% you see in south, I don't know if here, that they worship some forefathers and they make him samadhi and worship and make him Kuladeva. Maybe whom we saw with a lot of disturbed life, contaminated life, they become the Kuladeva. That's why he is telling, without contamination. It is devoid of the contamination of material qualities. The answer is non-dual knowledge is the ultimate truth. No duality. And it should be devoid of contamination. Actually, this is very Visittam. Suttam means clear. Visittam means very pure knowledge. By that you can understand. Therefore, Visitta knowledge. This way, we should be able to understand who is the God, who is ultimate truth, who is the ultimate God, who is the Supreme Person, who is above all. That one should know. Unless we know that, we may not be able to worship Krishna. Unless we know who is Krishna, then how will you worship Krishna? That is why that I remember Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur story, nice story is there. One small story, all of you may be knowing Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur tells a lot of stories. Once in a village, a person wants to serve a very supreme person. Actually, he wants to be servant, but he wants to be a servant of supreme person. And he was searching for that. He find that a village head is the everybody respects him, everybody obeys him. He thought he is the supreme person. Then he went and asked him, "I'll serve you, sir." "Okay, you serve me." Then he started serving that village chief or village head. Days were going smoothly. He was happy. I am serving the very supreme person. I am the servant of a big boss. But some days later, somebody came in a big vehicle and all those things, lot of respect. The village Munshi went and did very pranam, namaskar and all those things. Then he got confused. What is that? I thought he is the supreme person. But he is going and doing pranam to somebody else. Who is that person? Then he inquires about who is the collector. Above him. Okay, then he approached the collector. "I want to serve you." "Okay, you serve me." Then he started serving this collector and all those things. Things were going smoothly, but it doesn't happen long time. Sometime later he found the minister of the king. This visitor, the collector was obeying obeisance, respect everything to him. Then he found that no, this is not the ultimate person to worship. Then he went to this minister. Then that also doesn't happen. Minister was respecting the king. Then he went to the king. The king, he was worshipping everything nicely. It was smooth. He thought nobody else. He is the ultimate person and I found the Supreme Person to worship. But one day, now and then, this our man saw the king is going night very secretly somewhere. Without knowledge of anybody, the king goes in the late night, everybody slept, somewhere he is going. Then our man followed king, where he goes and all those things. One day he found he goes to the forest. Forest, where is he going? He is going to a small hut. Who is in the hut? Some sadhu is there. And he fell and sashtang namaskar to that sadhu and worship. Then he was very curious. I thought the king is the topmost person. Now Supreme Person. But it's not so. He is going to worship a beggar, sadhu, who doesn't have anything. Who is that person? Why the king is going to him? Why is he respecting him? How he got such a power to get to be respected and all those? He got confused. Then he approached the sadhu and asked, who is that sadhu? He is the servant of Lord, pure servant of Lord Krishna. And because he is serving the Lord with the full concentration, uncontamination, without contamination, he become very powerful. That's why Prabhupada tells, without approaching an authorized person, one cannot understand Krishna. This is the last sentence of the purport. When I read this, I remember that because without approaching the authorized person, pure devotee of the Lord, one cannot understand Krishna. The king, even though beg, he approached the thing. Then our men understand who is the ultimate. What is the way to reach the ultimate? He understands Krishna is the ultimate. Pure devotee of the Lord is the way to approach the ultimate. And when he understood, he completely peaceful. He started serving that sadhu, and that way he approached way found the Krishna. Therefore, some or other way, we need to know the India system. There are no religion has so many gods and demigod, this, and all. Really, and in addition to that, we create lot of gods. The cinema actors, politicians, everybody is now God. They worship Arati, everything they show and all those things. Therefore, people are bewildered. Who is the real Supreme Person? Here at the very high level, like a Paramatma. We are very, very lower level. You go and see in the villages and all that, they worship each and everything. I don't know, in South and all, you give some 1,000 rupees, you become a god. In emergency, something they open it, you are God. Ask some trouble and all that. They don't know what is God, who is the God and all those. But our God, Krishna, will give always troubles. They don't understand. All other gods satisfy you, but our God will disturb you, always disturb you. Then only you will keep in control. That's why they cannot understand. How can a God, one who is giving all problem, can be a God? Only they should read Kundi Maharani and Pandavas and the Bhishma. Then they understand why he is a God. Therefore, the question is very clear in this nice sloka. What is the ultimate truth? We should know who is ultimate truth. And he is going, the translation itself is very clearly telling Paramatma, Brahmajyoti, Paramatma, Bhagavan. These three futures. Prabhupada compares in the Bhagavad Gita sloka these three futures to what he is comparing. What is Brahmajyoti? Sun rays. Now you see, sun rays, plenty of sun rays are coming. The sun rays are Brahmajyoti. Because billions of sun rays. Each sun rays is Brahmajyoti. Comes from the body of the. What is Paramatma? Sun disk. Who is Bhagavan? The whole sun. Therefore, Bhagavan future is a complete perfect future, like a sun is perfect. This surface is one amsa, the rays are another amsa. Similarly, Bhagavan is complete, perfect, ultimate truth. From Bhagavan, several futures come, that is, one is Paramatma future, and is Brahmajyoti future, but they are not ultimate. One who understands things, then we can start worshipping peacefully Krishna. We peacefully worship Krishna because Until that, we get confused. Where is that? I remember how to worship. Before how to worship, we should know who am I. Who am I? Who am I? And then we understand we are Paramatma. Then we establish the relation with the Lord and start worshipping. Therefore, these futures are very wonderful. And unless we understand clearly these things, we will be confused with the different types of worship. Like a very open worship they do outside, demigods and small, even that politicians being worshipped and all those things he found very bewildering. Even the educated and very well also will be bewildered. But the sadhus, really a pure devotee of the Lord, he is not bewildered by any of these things. He knows ultimate truth, ultimate powerful is Krishna. Bhaktaram yagya tapasam. One who enjoys everything is Krishna. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, who is the boss of each and everything. Sugrudam Sarvabodham, he is the only well-wisher, he can do the good. He is the only person. All living it is Sarvabodham. Atmamam Sandhim Richadi. One who knows this becomes peaceful, Sandhi. Therefore, in the worship, we should know Lord is ultimate and the Bhagavan feature is ultimate. Therefore, without any hesitation, the devotee worship Krishna. But that Prabhupada later explains, in Vasudeva future also, the Mayavadam tells not Krishna, one within the Krishna and all those things. This is the Prabhupada was using one of the translation of one of the politicians' things before he writes his Bhagavad Gita purport and translation. When he was reading this sloka, he found that this one is Vasudeva, this not Krishna, one within Krishna. Then he found, then he discarded the book, then the devotees told, the beginning days, Prabhupada, you write your thing, then Prabhupada wrote. That's why even when they come to Bhagavan future, they get confused, finally. Who is Bhagavan? Hare Krishna. Jai Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Any question, comments, doubts? Very nice sloka. Any comments, questions? Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Like here the three features are there. So Brahman is the formless and Paramatma is localized form and Bhagavan is the supreme Sachidananda. Somewhere in Bhagavatam also it is mentioned that this whole material creation is also a form of the supreme
Virat Rupa.
Virat Rupa.
Virat Rupa.
So Virat Rupa comes under which category?
Virat Rupa is a realization. Something it is coming and Bhagavan not necessary to be limited to only these three features, Bhagavan, Paramatma, Vichara. He is expanded everywhere. Therefore, the scientist and all those things, one who wants to think, this is a way to come, even because he cannot go beyond the Virat Rupa, what he sees. Therefore, by what he is seeing, he can come to the Bhagavan, understand.
He cannot go to the subtler forms.
Yes. Therefore, he sees, for example, as a scientist, I was seeing all these control systems, everything. For controlling a small satellite, nowadays ton. Those days, first satellites when I was doing in 88, 78, 79, 80, around that time, it was only 50 kgs, 100 kg. Rohini satellites. That was the Rohini, Bhaskara, then that came. Rohini satellites, the first we launched. Small satellites, 50 kg, 100 kg. For that, how many scientists work, how many things are they to pass in 1 year or 2 years, lifetime. But really, who works for satellites like Moon is a satellite according to modern science, coming around the Earth, but it is working for so many billions of years. Who is controlling? Who is running? that thought comes when you see nature. Okay, I try to send some satellite, I am suffering. But there is a satellite running for billions of years. Who is running it? Who is controlling that? In that, like that, by seeing the broader Rupa, you can develop all nature. Similarly, a miniature, Prabhupada tells, you are very much proud of making a flight and flying. But you see the mosquito is so micro, it is also flying. Who made that mechanism? Mosquito. Can you make such a mosquito things like? Therefore, seeing that I can make big flight, but can I make a mosquito size? What mechanism it has? Everything is flying. That's why this all comes by observing this, like who is really has research mind, seeing the world and how things are happening, they come to the things. There are different ways of approaching the Lord. One set of people approaches through seeing, observing the external world. Out of. One set of people approaches, who am I, where I came from. Like Aristotle, Socrates, what is my position, who am I, ultimate. Then you question, why I am suffering, why I am not, somebody is happy, why I am not happy. Where did I come from, where all my friends went, all my relatives went. What is the purpose, what for I came, what is the thing I should do, what for this. Then he goes through this type of analytical studies. And somebody goes through physical body, outside world, somebody goes through suffering, thoughts and other things. And once he comes, ultimately he has to, these are different routes to approach according to their mental development. Some pure devotee, by born pure devotee, he straight believes Krishna and goes to him. But many are not pure devotees. They have a lot of contamination, questions. And these are the different routes to go. Radha Rupa is one route to go, like science is another route to go. But that's why Bhagavan Janmana Mande Jnanavan Ma Prapatyade Vasudevam Sarvamidhi Samadma Sudalava. Even the big jnani who does big research has to come to Vasudevam Sarvamidhi. Bhagavan Janmana Mande, after many, many births. Therefore, Krishna is giving provision for everybody to come different ways. Radha Rupa is one direction. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you for everybody. Hare Krishna.
Sankhadhari Prabhu ki